Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those that are brand new, my name is Kristen. For those that are returning, hey girl, hey. Just a few things about this channel for those that are new and still getting the hang of what it is that I do here. So pretty much my channel is built to help you elevate your confidence to the next level. I'm here bringing you journal prompts, Bible verses, because yes, we are Christian girlies on this channel, and I'm helping you rebuild the confidence, self-assurance, anything that you need to add a little bit of spice, pizzazz, I'm using new words today, to your glow up journey. And that's what it's here for. This video is going to be another episode of our Rise and Glow series. If you're new, returning, please go check out some of my older videos because on the Rise and Glow series, what it is that we do is that I give you a power journal prompt, I give you a gratitude journal prompt, an affirmation, a Bible verse, and a Bible question that can help set the tone for your week or even your day whenever you're listening to this. So if you are getting ready in the morning, just play me in the background and continue to, get ready for the work day or the busy day ahead. If you're in your car, crank up that volume. If you happen to be at your desk, just grab out a notebook or a sheet of paper, jot down the questions that I go through and answer them on your own time. Okay, before I move forward, as always, please like, comment, subscribe, do what you need to do. Get this message out to someone that should hear this, that needs to hear it, that needs to feel it. And it helps me build this community out a little bit more and come up with more topics and things to talk about because I like to hear the feedback from you guys. It makes me so happy, it warms my spirit just to see the beautiful comments from the beautiful people come in, even ones that are challenging me to think more. I appreciate that because like I said, if this message maybe not be for you, it could be for someone that you know or your community or a sister, brother, whoever may need to hear it. Okay. One last announcement and then we're going to keep this party rolling because I plan to keep this video a little bit shorter because I think the message is going to hit once we get to it. Last message is that I am officially releasing 2 journals that you can actually pre-order right now. So if you drop your email in the link that I've included in the description, you'll be added to my email list and you'll get notified once the digital and the physical copies are available for you to purchase. So what each journal does, just to let you know, I'm gonna show you guys mine. It's an easier version of this. Basically, I give you space to write your journal, your power prompt, space for your gratitude, and then space for your affirmation. I give you almost 300 different journal prompts, some of which we've already gone through, some that I will go through. I've given you affirmations, gratitude. I give you quite a bit. And the nighttime journal prompt is for the Unwind with Intention series that we will get back to really soon, where we kind of wrap up the day or the week, depending on when I post a video. But it's for you to do more reflectionary and visionary type journaling. So just to give you guys kind of an idea, okay, Kristen, what's the difference between your Rise and Glow and Unwind with Intention? What is the difference? It seems like I'm just taking a pen and writing. Okay, there's a distinction between the two. Rise and Glow helps you prepare your mindset for the day and the week ahead. Your nighttime one is a reflection. So what that means is you either get grounded in the things that you accomplished throughout the day, or you can visualize where you intend to go. What is your highest version of yourself thinking about? So like one of the most recent nighttime ones I wrote was, what does the highest version of myself think about going to grad school? Because it's personal to me. That's what I'm thinking about. And I literally gave myself 10-15 minutes and wrote about it. Rise and Glow is different because I have different questions for you, but they go hand in hand. So that's the difference. But without further ado, we're going to get into the topic of the day. And like I said, if you were getting ready in the car, just listen. If you are by a desk and you have a piece of paper or something to write with, please do so. I have my pencils and pens in front of me, but I've already written my journal prompts. So I'll give you guys, I guess you can say, inside glimpse into what I wrote about. So let's get started. So the power prompt and question of the day is, what daily habits are shaping the woman or person that I am becoming? So in your case, what daily habits are shaping the person that you are becoming? That's a serious question, because I've done a few videos already around habits, but I didn't really get into the specifics of what it is that I do, not just in the morning, but throughout the day. So let me explain how I answered this one. So the first thing I wrote down is that I do wake up at 5 a.m. every single day of the work week. So Monday through Friday. This helps me get my day fully started. It gives me a good hour and a half to myself before I have to wake up my child, who he's not the biggest morning person, but when he gets going, he goes. But it's my time to myself. I'm able to shower. I'm able to do my journal prompts. I'm able to get myself fully ready for work. I'm able to read if I have time. I'm able to stretch. I'm able to do so much in a matter of an hour and a half before I get my day started. So my habit is getting up early. The second thing is that I take the time, to journal and spend time with God each and every morning before I begin my day. It helps prepare my mindset, my heart, and my spirit for what I'm getting ready to do throughout the day. So as I mentioned on this channel, we are Christian girlies. God, Jesus, the Holy Spirit, you name it. That's what we believe in here. If this is not the video for you, that's okay. Keep it scrolling. But for me, I take that time in the morning and I pray at night, because just like I give my time and energy to everything else of this world, I have to return it back to God and tell him thank you, because in my world, without him, I would not be where I am today. I would not be in my own home. I would not be able to raise and support my child. I would not have been able to get through being laid off twice, okay? I wouldn't have been able to find my dream job. I would have been able to overcome toxic relationships, would have been able to overcome maybe even mental blockages that I've dealt with. I would have been able to support just people that have supported me. I wouldn't have been able to learn the things I know, go the places I've gone. I have to turn around and give praise and thanks to God each and every time. So that's another habit. Another one that I have, and this one isn't really daily, it's more like, I guess, weekly, monthly, quarterly, and then daily just, ties in there. It's just one I wrote down. I said I do a lot of planning. So my boyfriend and my best friend, they do tease me. My mom does too. They always ask me, how many notebooks and planners do you own? And to be honest with you, I have quite a few, But one of the things that I really have started to do, especially like last October is when I started it, but 2025 made it easier for me to stay consistent, is that I plan out what it is that I want to accomplish for the entire year. So I'm very clear on that. I break it down by quarter, and then I break it down by month, by week, and then what the tasks need to be throughout the day. So for example, one goal, you guys have already heard me say grad school. That's somewhere I wanted to go. So one of the things that I had to do is put my application in. I had to take a test. I had to gather, the resources that I needed and find a school. Like, there were little things that I had to do in order to get to the goal that I wanted to accomplish. So in order for me to stay focused on the end goal, which is what I want to accomplish by the end of the year, I had to get clear on what it is that needed to get done throughout the 12 months of the year, basically. But what I noticed is when I tried to do a 12-month plan years before, nothing ever worked out, because either A, I forgot about it, B, it just was never a priority. Slowly but surely my goals started to take a back seat, and then C, it was hard for me to stay consistent. So what I did was I took the idea of still staying focused on my goals, but I restructured the way that I approached them. So just like at work, how we say, oh, it's Q1, Q2, Q3, I kind of did that for my own personal life. And from there, I'm like, okay, just like I plan out my campaigns at work, I'm like, how can I plan out accomplishing this goal, micro goal, to help me get to my major goal? And by doing that, let me see if I can find one that I worked on. Oh, this is a good one. So this is from April. This looks a little scary. Don't worry. This is not for this video. I just want to show you guys. So this is my April plan. It's so weird. So these are like all my goals. Yes, it's a lot. But on the next page, what I decided to do was I broke it down by day. So each day, if you guys can see that, like April 1st, these are all the things that I had to accomplish and so on and so forth. So it's helped me stay focused. Okay, so on to the next habit that I have for myself is drinking water and keeping myself and my body hydrated. So of course my son has his own feelings because he wants juice boxes all the time and lemonades and all that stuff. Now don't get me wrong, I will have myself a nice tall glass of lemonade if I'm out, but at home I primarily stick to water, bottled water, lemon water if I get some lemon, maybe a glass of milk because I'm a woman and I need my vitamin D. But these are things that help my body stay hydrated. And I notice when I'm drinking more of that and less of like the sugary drinks too much, I don't feel those hard crashes. My skin looks a lot better. I feel, I guess you can say, more alert and ready when things are coming my way. And honestly, like I don't feel, what do you call it? Like that bloatiness feeling. I don't know. If you're a doctor, a nurse, whatever, you're listening to this, you can kind of, drop it in the comments what that means if you're feeling that way or drinking excessive sugary stuff. So, all right, last few more things. So I shower every day, twice a day. I'm a woman, I have to do that. That's just my preference. And then going to the gym, stretching. Now, although I am a 5 a.m. girly, I have a child at home, so I can't just leave him while he's sleeping and do that. That's just not me. I go to the gym after work because guess what? He can come too because they have a kids area. Shout out to Edge Fitness. Yes, indeed. I go there at least 4 times out of the week and then work on different areas of my body. So whether it's my lower body and legs, core day, I do have an upper body day, and then I'm trying to implement a high intensity day. So burning more calories and doing more cardio work. Let's see. I would say the official last habit that I've been doing that's getting me closer to becoming the woman that I desire to be is that I am reminding myself each day of the positive things that I've accomplished. So if you've been with my channel for some time, you've seen this. I think I do want to make some of these for you guys. It's my I did it jar. Yes, I wrote it on the top. I did it. And so anytime or daily, weekly, whenever I've done something amazing. So this is just since January, guys. I write it on a piece of paper like this. I fold it up and I stick it right in there. And so at the end of the year, so come December 30th-ish, I open up that jar and remind myself of all of the positive and happy things that I've done throughout the year. So I don't stay so fixated on the larger goals, even if I do accomplish them or if I don't accomplish them. So if you're listening to this and driving, you don't necessarily have to do a jar, but if you like mine, I actually wanted to make some of these because I did for my book club where they're all cute and decorated, just a mason jar. You can take your journal and write down 3 things that you did that were really good. You can write it on your phone. Shoot, if you don't want to write, just do a voice memo to yourself. You can, do sticky notes. I have some around my mirror. You can do, what are these things called? What are those index cards? You can do these and then stick them somewhere. But nonetheless, take the time to celebrate yourself. Take the time to celebrate all the positive things that you're doing. Because when you do that and you look back at yourself, December to January, you can look back and say, hey, although maybe I didn't hit these 3 goals, I still did all of this in a matter of 12 months. So it's just a positive thing. All right, so with that, I'll repeat the question again. What daily habits are shaping the woman I am becoming? So for you guys, what daily habits are shaping the person that you desire and dream of being? All right, the next question. So gratitude. So if you're new to the channel, the way I do my gratitude question is that I give you something specific to think about and to center your being grateful around, okay? Because here on this channel, not only are we humble, but we're also showing gratitude where it's deserved, okay? And not just on specific things like I'm grateful I have a house, I'm grateful I have water, I'm grateful I have, lights and all of that stuff. That's very true. But I also take it a step further to show gratitude to even maybe moments in time that, I guess you can say, when they happened, didn't sit as strongly with me until maybe now. So the question is, what lesson am I grateful God taught me recently? That's a good question, because boy, he's taught me some tough lessons. The lesson he taught me recently is that if I ask for something, I better be ready to receive it, and all of it, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad. So an example of this is, I mentioned grad school. So I desire to go, especially, and I got into my dream school, right? With that comes expenses. As you guys know, if you've been to grad school, you probably can understand. There's expenses, and these are things that I didn't have to really go through as much during my undergrad years because I had basketball, I had sports to kind of support me. But now, as a parent and a person that's going to school on her own, it's different. So God is basically setting me up to say, are you really ready for this? Because if you are, these are things that you need to be aware of. Same thing with like relationships, it's like I prayed to God for the relationship I have right now, the type of man my boyfriend is. I prayed for all of these things, but at the same time, God said, are you ready for this? Because if you are, there are things that you need to work on to be ready to be that woman that is ready for this type of man. And so I would say little parts in my life, there have been moments where, yes, I've asked and I've prayed, so God, I really, really, really want this. And again, he returns the question, are you ready? And I feel like that lesson is sometimes it's hard to understand, but with proper discipline, with reframing my mindset and reframing your mindset, you'll be one step closer to becoming that person that you dream of being, because that person on the other side, she understands that. She understands that there's going to be things that are required of you to get to that next level. There are going to be moments where you have to learn that you have to grow before you can ask for more. You have to be ready to receive what it is that you've asked for. And because of that, that serves as the lesson, that God is probably wanting you to learn and wanting you to understand and wanting you to unpack. All right, moving on to affirmations. So the way I do my affirmation practice, if you have a journal, you can just write it at the bottom until the release of the new one. Or if you're driving, you can just say it to yourself and write it on a sticky note when you get to the office, or write it on your sticky note if you're getting ready right now. So the affirmation is, my discipline honors the woman I am becoming. If you're a man listening to this, just change the word. My discipline honors the person that I am becoming. I recommend repeating that about 5 times so it resonates with you, and please write it down. It's okay to say it, but you need to write it down. So again, my discipline honors the person / woman / man that I am becoming. So one or the other, fill in the blank. All right, moving on to the Bible verse. Yes, I do give you one every Rise and Glow series. So this one is coming out of Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11. And this sets the tone of everything that we just talked about. So it says, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have trained by it. That was a very powerful journal prompt. The way that I'm looking at this one, it's like if I read this a few days ago, I think I would have found a little bit more peace, when God taught me a very hard lesson. But reading it now, it makes sense. Yes. Does discipline suck sometimes? 100%. Does it produce amazing results? Yes. Let me give you an example. Growing up, I played basketball. I'm tall. If I were to stand up, you guys probably wouldn't see my head past the camera. But there was one part of practice I could not stand. I hated it. I was like, oh Lord, like I used to put my mind anywhere else. And that was running. I hated running. I hated the suicides. I hated the down and backs. I hated the time. I just did not like it. Like, I'm like, why do we have to do this? But then without running, you wouldn't be able to play basketball because you got to get to the other end of the court, right? So I got in the habit of saying, okay, I'm going to show up for practice every single day. I'm going to sit here and dribble this ball. I'm going to run up and down this court. I'm going to do all of those things, even though I hate it. And the payoff and the results of doing that, although I did not like it, was I was able to go to college for free. I was able to make a lot of friends. I was able to connect with a lot of different coaches. I was able to travel. There were so many benefits that came out of being disciplined and doing the running, more so than, being lazy or just accepting the fact that running sucks and I'm never going to be good at basketball. No. I sucked it up. I got it done every practice through tears and blood and sweat. So with that, again, Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11, no discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. So if you need reassurance that discipline and having daily habits is a must to get to your next level, I just gave it to you. All right, I'm going to wrap this up because I know we're getting kind of short on time, but that's okay. I love having our chats. The Bible question that goes in tandem with this verse is, how is my discipline shaping my spiritual walk? Now, this one was a personal question for me, but if you want to answer it yourself, you can. The way that I answered it is this: because it's helping me become more self-aware and understanding when things cross my path that are difficult but necessary to overcome as I am on this journey of becoming her. So what this means is discipline is not going to be fun. It's not meant to be fun. No one said in the definition of discipline, if you look it up right now, it doesn't say this is going to be a fun thing. If anything, it's telling you it's going to be hard. It's going to require mental toughness, emotional toughness, resilience. It's going to require intentionality, alignment, all of those words. I mean, I wrote the 4 words for the year, but it's going to require that in order for you to see the fruits of your labor, to see the results that you're wanting. You have to put in the discipline. So with that, let me leave you guys with my song of the week. I miss doing this. My song of the week is coming from none other than the queen herself while she is on tour. But I picked one of her older songs because when I listen to it, I feel uplifted, I feel strong, I feel powerful. And that is Miss Beyonce. And the song is Grown Woman. So if you are a lady and you need something to listen to, turn it on. And I guarantee you, before you walk in the doors at work, you'll feel 12 times better. So with that, as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you guys on the next video.